Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite beauty products of 2013, 2013, whatever, however you like to say it. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to try to make this fairly quick because I do have quite a few items here that I really love throughout the years, and also some honorable mentions that I have just gotten recently, but I know that I will continue to love into this new year that we have just started. Okay, so I guess I should start with the basics, like your base. My favorite primer this year has actually been this Stay Flawless 15-Hour Primer by Benefit. I have to admit I was a skeptic about this particular primer when it first came out, and I was just like, there's no fucking way, I didn't mean to curse, there's no freaking way that I want to rub a stick on my face and have that be my primer. There's no way that that's going to keep my foundation on. I just didn't like the packaging really. I mean, it's cute in perspective, but it's not really my type of packaging, especially for a primer. It actually looks, the packaging actually makes it look like a cheaper product than it is, and that's just my opinion, but it does actually work. You have to remember to keep the second cap so it doesn't dry out, but it's just like a nude colored stick, and you put it on your face, you blend it out really fast, and then you want to immediately put on your concealer and foundation before it dries down, because otherwise things can get really patchy. What I like to do is just stripe it around my face, rub it in, warm it up with my fingers, do my concealer and my foundation. So yeah, this has been my favorite primer of 2013. Now for foundation, I have technically four, two liquids and two powder foundations that I love. These are like my holy grails. I think I've finally found like my favorite, all-time favorite foundations, and I don't think that I'll stray. The first one, let's start with liquids. Let's do the one I'm wearing today. The one I'm wearing today is the YSL Le Teint Touche Éclat. I don't speak French and I'm not good at it, so that's what I'm gonna call it. And my shade is B70. This foundation retails for about $50. I got this at Sephora, but it's a really good foundation, especially if you have dry or combination skin as I do. It gives a nice natural finish. It's not too drying, it's not like overly dewy. Throughout the day, if you have a long day, you may get a little bit of a glow, but it's not shiny. I just really love the finish of this foundation. It makes my skin look airbrushed, and it is glorious and it's luxurious. My second favorite foundation is also not cheap. And this is the Giorgio Armani Maestro foundation, and in this foundation I have shade 10. I really like this foundation. It's really liquidy. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? It's really liquidy. It comes with a dropper, and you have to shake it up before every use because it is water based, I believe, or it's a gel or something. And it smells like paint, which I hate, but this is a really good foundation. Here I go with the ums. It's a really good foundation, and also gives me a very nice finish. This gives me more of a matte look though, so if I want more of a matte look, I tend to reach for my Giorgio Armani, and if I want more of a natural, healthy look, I go for my Touche Éclat foundation. So these are really good. The only problem I have with the Giorgio Armani is that it does go on a bit orange. But I don't want to go down a shade lighter. Throughout the day it tends to like melt into the skin, so it doesn't look orange. Just initial application is kind of freaky. I don't know. Just a heads up though, if you do happen to try this, when you first put it on, it looks way better. Give it like 2 minutes after, you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, secondly, you guys have heard me talk about this before. This is thirdly actually. This is onto the powder foundations. I'm a rambler. It's the Makeup Forever Duo Matte, and my shade in this is 214. You're just gonna have to take my word for it because I've had this for so long that the writing has come off. But it's 214, and it's hit the pan. I love this as a powder foundations. I tend to use my powder foundations when I'm in a rush and I don't have enough time to do my makeup because it's fast. And this is Duo Matte is my favorite, and for a minute there I thought it was going to be discontinued because they said so. It was before I actually took it out of stock, and they replaced it with the Pro Finish powder, which is actually my second favorite. So I bought this because I couldn't buy this, and now this is back, so now I don't know what I'm going to do, but I do like the Pro Finish. Duo Matte does give you a nice matte finish. The Pro Finish gives you more of a healthy glow. It adds moisture back to the skin, so if you do have really oily skin, this will probably not be your friend. And in the Pro Finish, I have 173. I also previously had 168, which also, it looks exactly the same. And I exchanged it for 173 just because the undertone's a bit different. But really the difference in photos and in persons was not really that different. But I have 173. And I really like this foundation as well. They both give nice medium coverage. Okay, so my favorite under eye concealer. I don't really conceal on my face anymore because it's not necessary. My skin is in fabulous condition now because I am sticking to a skincare regimen, which you all should do. It makes such a difference. But anyway, my favorite concealer, it's a little messy, I apologize, is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And I just use it underneath my eyes, and the shade I have it in is Medium Dark 2 and Caramel. I used my exact shade, and like in NARS in general, I'm Medium Dark 2 or Medium Dark 1 depending on the product, but this is my exact shade and I like that. This concealer is actually meant to be radiant and to be brightening, so you shouldn't have to go down in shades, though you can if you like extra brightening, but it's meant to brighten on its own, and it really does that, and it also doesn't crease in the lines underneath my eyes. I really love this concealer. I will repurchase this forever. I am not, like, usually when I like a product, I still look for other products because I think I could find one better. Not with this. I love this. I am not in the market for another concealer anytime soon. Same with liquid foundation. I've found my babies. So this is a good concealer. As a highlight, since I don't use my concealer to highlight, I like, it's another YSL product, don't kill me, is the YSL Touche Éclat Radiant Touch, and the shade I have is 4.5. It just looks like this. This is what it looks like, and I use it as a highlight, you know, down the peak of my nose, a little bit on the forehead, and my little smile lines, because, you know, I smile a lot. I'm so freaking awkward, oh my god. And I use it under my eyes as well, after concealer, just to brighten. So yeah, this is good. This is expensive, it's $40, but it's good. The concealer, I believe, is about $30. Don't quote me on that though, because I'm not sure. I think it's like 25. 25 is my final answer. Okay, so after concealer, my favorite setting powder is, the NARS Light Reflecting Powder and Translucent Crystal. Mine is dirty, don't mind it. And I am slowly hitting pan, which is kind of sad. And I just like this. I set all of my foundations with this powder in particular. It looks stark white, but it doesn't on the skin. I'm wearing it now, as you can see. It's the best setting powder ever, the best setting powder of life. And I will probably continue to use this one as well. I like it loads better than Makeup Forever HD and other translucent powders. So this one is the Shiznit. I think that's $30. I'm running out of breath. I'm not used to this anymore. And after I do my powder, I do set underneath my eyes. And I do that with the Ben Nye banana powder, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about. I just get it at the theater store in the city. I don't use it directly from this giant container though. I did transfer it into a smaller container, which makes life a hell of a lot easier. And I just like to apply my banana powder with a beauty blender, which is actually, should be in my favorites, but I don't feel like grabbing it. So beauty blender is also in there, and I just like to apply my powder underneath my eyes with that. Okay, so we'll move on to bronzer. My favorite bronzer, I also use my bronzer to contour. I know a lot of people have separate. I like to use it all for one. I contour with this, is the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer. It's a luxurious bronzer. Yeah, I've gotten in, like, all of my favorites are very expensive. This is bad, but it's quality that counts, because these products have lasted me all year and none of them are done through yet. So and they give me the look that I want. Like I feel beautiful, but that's neither here nor there. And it's the Terracotta Bronzer, and mine is in shade Ebony, which is the darkest. It was not necessary for me to get the darkest one. I believe 7 was a good one for my skin tone. Not sure about 6, but I wanted the absolute darkest one. I wanted the most extreme bronzer that I could get, and it is this color. Previously I used Max Blunt to contour, and I used something else. But this one is darker than the both of them. I'll even swatch it for you guys. That's it there. And it's scented, which I don't like, and it has like the Guerlain symbol in the middle, but I don't really care about preserving things like that, so I just use my brush over it. But it's a really good bronzer, and that's it there, swatched on my hand. And it's really, really pigmented, and it lasts all day, and I love it. And this retails for $51. I have 3 favorite blushes. The first one is Natural Beauty from Tarte, one of the Amazonian clay blushes, which you guys already know I love, because these were in my last year favorite, my 2012 favorites. Natural Beauty is my absolute favorite one. I reach for this one the most. And then the second one I like is actually here is Amused, and I keep this one in my purse just for touch-ups because it looks good over any other blush if I need it to touch up. Usually on a long day at work I do. So Amused is like a nice pink. And then finally we have Flushed. Flush is the one I'm wearing today, and this one is the most pigmented, so it looks as though I don't use it much, but I do. You don't really need to tap it or rub your brush into it much. And this is a really like nice magenta blush. And then my one favorite blush that is not from Tarte is this blush called Morale from Ilamasqua. And it's a really interesting blush. It's like a purple, pinkish purple color, but it has loads of shimmer in it. It's really pigmented as well. It's kind of like a metallic blush, and it's not a blush you would wear every day, but I really, really like it. I also like to combine it with other blushes. It's beautiful. Okay, and then now I'll show you guys my highlights. My favorite highlight by far has to be Albatross by NARS. It looks like this. It just looks like white, but it actually shifts gold. Let's see, where can I swatch this? It's very pretty. Sorry, my nails aren't painted, I'm lazy, but it's right there. It's a very pretty highlight. And then this one I just recently got. It's Superb Extra Dimension Skin Finish from MAC. It's very, very pretty. And this one has like a rose gold color to it. And I'll put that one right here because I can't really see what I'm doing. And that's really, really pretty. And this is the one I'm wearing today. I realized I forgot a concealer. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Concealer Pencil. I've actually had this one for a long time. It's probably past its time, but recently I've been liking to use it just to define my eyebrows. And this is in the color M16. So that's good. I ran out of memory on my card. So I believe we left off at, well, I was about to get into my favorite lip products of 2013. So let's do that now. My all-time favorites have to be these Makeup Forever Aqua Rouges. I really, really love these. I own 4. I believe this is all that I own. And I really started buying these at the beginning of the year, and I like them because you apply it one time and you don't have to touch it up for the rest of the day. You can eat in it, you can kiss people in it. You just don't have to touch it up. It's really low maintenance. It does have a little tiny bit of a learning curve when you first apply it, because when they're fresh and brand new, there's a lot of product on the applicator. But once you start using it for a while, it's really easy to apply. And I like these. I like to wear these on date nights, so you know, I can kiss my boyfriend without him getting lipstick on him. And so I have 4 colors. I have 15, 16, 17, and 10. I probably should start with 10. Yeah. So I'll swatch them for you. This is number 10, which happens to be my favorite one. And I'll put it here. And it's like a raspberry color. It's like a nice color. I wear this one the most. This is number 15, which is just pink. And I'll put that one here. And that one looks like that. Very pretty. Number 16, which is hot pink, and I wear this one the second. This is my second favorite, clearly, because you guys know I like my hot pinks. And then number 17, which I actually have only worn once, because I don't know, it's neon orange. And it's more of a summer color. So yeah, those are the 4 Aqua Rouges that I own, and I love them, and I will probably own more in the future. These retail for, I believe, $23 or $24 a piece, which is why I only have 4. Huh. Let's try to wipe these off before they set, because I want to show you guys other lipsticks. It's probably just gonna leave a smudge on my hand. Yeah, it did. Oh well. Okay, so then my next favorite, one of my other favorite lipsticks of the year, I'm sure some of you recognize this packaging, and this is the Urban Decay new Revolution lipsticks, I believe is what they're called. And the one shade that I have is Venom. I only own one of these. And Venom looks like this. It kind of reminds me of Rebel from MAC, but I really, really like it. And I keep this one in my purse, and it's a color like this. Very pretty. Okay, and then I have 6 MAC lipsticks. So let's start with my old faithfuls, which you guys should know by now. Up the Amp in Lovelorn. So Up the Amp looks like this. I've been using this one for years. I have this much of this particular tube left, and this is what Up the Amp looks like. This is a pinkish purple. Just like that. And I leave these 2 particular lipsticks in my purse because I feel like I can wear them with anything. And this one's Lovelorn, and this one's almost done as well. Sad. And I'll put Lovelorn here. This is Lovelorn. So it's just like a nice neutralish kind of baby pink, which I really like. Wipe those off. My hands are getting gross. Okay, so then we'll move on. My next favorite is, my favorite nude of the moment is MAC's Viva Glam 2, which looks like this. It's just a nice nude, which I think is really nice. It's a nice flattering nude for all skin tones. Looks like that. It's like a pretty mauve nude. I don't know, it's different and I like it. I like that. Then my next favorite is Sunny Seoul, as in like Seoul, Korea. It looks like this. I believe this is a Pro Store exclusive. And Sunny Seoul looks like, put it here. That's Sunny Seoul here. I feel like I'm not in focus, but that's it there. So it's a like peachy coral color. And then my next 2 I just recently got within the last week with the Punk Couture collection. I posted pictures on Instagram of all the swatches. I bought 3 lipsticks from that collection, I believe. And these are my 2 favorites. This one is Instigator, which looks like that. It's like a darker version of Rebel, with a mix of Cyber and a mix of Diva, if you're familiar with MAC shades. And then this one is, oh, wrong one. This one is Punk Couture, which is gorgeous. It's a really dark purple, and it looks like this. They are very pretty, and there are pictures of me wearing them on my Instagram. So those are my favorite lips. And for eyes, my favorite eye products, So my favorite, oh, let's not forget this. I have one face brush that I wanted to include, and it's this one. It's dirty, so excuse me, it's a little embarrassing. Probably should have cleaned it. But this is Becca, the One Perfecting brush. I really like this brush. This is not my main foundation brush, but I like it when I need something compact. I need to take my makeup with me, because you can do everything with this one brush, and the natural hairs soak up everything so it doesn't stay wet. So it's really big if you didn't notice. It's made to be able to do your foundation and your bronzer and your blush and anything else you need a face brush for, and it really does the job. I really like it. My only problem with it is that it does tend to shed a little bit because it is natural hair. So yeah, but I really like this brush, and I got that from Sephora. Okay, so with eye products, my favorite eye primer itself is still this NARS primer. Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base is what the correct name is, by NARS. I still am using this. I've been using that all year. And then my two favorite matte paint pots. Okay, so the first one is Let's Skate. This is gorgeous. I love this. It's like pure glitter, and I use it anytime I want to add a little shimmer to a shadow, and I'll put it here and blend it out. It probably won't pick up the glitter on camera, but I really love this paint pot. It's like my favorite thing ever. You can probably see it there. That is my favorite paint pot, and I love using it by itself or just to add some glitter underneath shadows. So yeah, it does still show glitter underneath. It's gorgeous under matte shadows especially. And then this one I recently got. My all-time favorite neutral paint pot base was Soft Ochre, but recently my friend Ashley, who works at a MAC Pro store, introduced me to the Land Low paint pot, which I've heard of, but I've never swatched it, I've never used it, and it looks like this, and it's a nice neutral base, especially for brown skin, and it looks like that. So it's gorgeous, and I'm actually wearing that today by itself with just a little something in my crease and eyeliner. Oh yeah. So my favorite eyeliner, since we're there, this year has been, you guys know I was into the Stila Stay All Day eyeliner. This year it's the Marc Jacobs Magic Marker Precision Pen. It looks like this. And it's really black. I like it. It's really black and precise, and it dries down and it doesn't budge. I actually think it stays better than the Stila one, but it is it's about $5 more than the Stila one, but I think it's worth it. The Stila one was drying out so fast on me all of a sudden. Never used to do that, but the last two that I bought recently dried out really fast, and I hated that. So I went looking for something else, and this one's better. And then finally, my favorite mascara. Well, my favorite mascara base is the Dior Show Maximizer. It's just white lash conditioner. It's supposed to help grow your lashes and keep them strong, keep them in good condition while you're wearing your mascara. And I don't wear it to bed. It does say you can wear it to bed. I don't do all that. I do think it is keeping my lashes in good condition. I was having an issue where I'm in love with drugstore mascaras, but they make my lashes fall out, and this prevents that. And I've just stopped wearing the drugstore mascaras because I can't, I don't understand why it does that, and I hate that. I hate my lashes shedding because they get in my eye. Sure, some of you know my pain. But yeah, I really love this. And then my favorite mascara, I think I've mentioned this last summer, is the YSL Shocking Mascara. Is still my favorite. It just looks like this. Yes, another YSL product. I don't know, I'm a junkie. YSL and NARS, I guess. Makeup forever. But YSL Shocking Mascara is my favorite, and I wear it in black. And then my last item, I'm not going to show you guys a bunch of eyeshadows. I'm just going to show you my one favorite palette of the year, and it's the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette. I do own the Vice one, but I think this one is way better. I prefer it. And it looks like this. I didn't take the plastic off the mirror, so you guys won't be blinded, but it looks like this, and these are the shades. It's really, really pretty. I just love this palette so much. So those were my beauty favorites of 2013. I really hope that that wasn't too long. I feel like I was talking forever. I love you guys. Check out my blog for more info on products, and I'll see you next time. I will stick to my resolution, I promise. Bye, love ya.